Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, now it's time for British Wrestling Radio with your hosts, Dean Mitchell, Nixy Newman, and our very own Quebec, Ice V, Vendetta. Join us in our chat room at www.
And good evening. I hope everybody's okay. And welcome to 2013. And everything's okay with everyone. And hope everyone's had a great Christmas and New Year. I know I've had a belter, literally, because I wasn't turning on Facebook, which made a change. Happy New Year, Nixy. Oh, there we go. Can you hear me all right in the room? Happy anniversary to Anta Kirsch in the chat room as well. He's his wedding anniversary today, and it's also his wife's birthday. So welcome to them. I hope everybody can hear me as well. And wow, we've got loads of people in the chat room tonight. This is banging. First one of the year. So everything. Nixy, are you there yet? Tell them to tell them unmute her mic, for God's sake. She's doing me nothing here. Come on, Nixy.
Sorry.
You, I don't know, first one of the year, try to be professional, new year, new start, blah, 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 and look at what happens. First 5 seconds, and oh God, forgot to unmute my mic. Happy New Year.
You haven't sworn yet.
I know, I haven't sworn yet, so it's one of my New Year's resolution. She's probably watching SmackDown. Well, I'm recording it, so, because now
I'm not watching SmackDown, no, I've got whatever's on Channel 4 on.
Yeah. Oh, So what do you think? What do you think? Should you be watching SmackDown? Do you think you should be doing it, sort of people at this moment? Do you really? Do you think you should be watching SmackDown?
No, I'm watching it online.
It doesn't matter what you think. I couldn't resist that. I couldn't hear.
Dickhead. Don't worry, you'll suffer later on with what we've got planned. Don't worry.
Oh dear, I couldn't hear. Yes, I know The Rock is on SmackDown. This is the thing tonight. Who knew The Rock was going to be on SmackDown this week? But it's on later on, so I'm going to watch it again. I've heard it was a good one. Mixed for the change. Oh, dear. But how you been? How's Christmas and New Year? Everything, are you raring for next week? Next Saturday?
Yeah, I am actually really excited. I've been talking to my mate about it, who's coming with me. So I am really looking forward to it. It'll be a bit of an interesting day, I think.
Well, I better be, because... I'm going to be white. I think people don't get it. It's like what was said is when's Jim Neidhart coming back? You really want to answer me that? Who knows? I don't know. We just great to see so many new people in the chat room as well. Mick Garvey and all the others. And how you been? So wrestling this week, a lot of talk about. We got a lot to talk about tonight, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah, but tonight's also a special night because it's like the once a year when we do our little thing that we call little Hall of Fame ceremonies and stuff. It's not a big deal to some people, but it's a big deal to me because it's a chance to say thank you to a few people that's like in the British wrestling scene who don't normally get the recognition I think they deserve. No, Mick, he will not be in the Flash Funk. No, that's an American. They're not. It's the British Hall of Fame, mate. Oh dear. But we'll get there. And anyway, so we'll just try his best. And this month, I mean, messages all over British Wrestling Radio page was going crazy this week. We've had one from a guy that's saying the Dynamite Kid experience that's happening in February. That's happening up in Manchester on the 24th of February. £75 to go. Did you see that?
So how much?
£75.
It's about as bad as the bloody Rolling Stones tickets.
Yeah, well, for £75 you get a photograph done, and stuff. So, it's one of them things. I mean, Dynamite Kid very rarely does a public appearance, and he's doing one, and he's doing a question and answer session. They're showing you the documentary, and he's doing all the things. But I want to know is like. Will it be? I mean, everybody knows the animosity between him and Bulldog until Davey Boy Smith. Does this still apply? This does still apply now. I mean, but at the same time, there was a photograph going around that Georgia Smith, Davey's daughter, put on that she actually met Dynamite Kid while she was over here last week. So that was cool because I put that up on this page and everything. So, but it'll be all right. I think it's going to be a day to remember. I think for a lot of people, if they go. I mean, I'm tempted, but £75 is a bit steep in my hands. Anyway, get this over and done with, shall we? um, Over the last few weeks, it's been one of these things. It's like, well, is British Wrestling Radio coming back? Everybody's been doing the shows, and everybody's doing great shows. Don't get me wrong. And there was like, oh, you're coming back. Are you coming back and all this? And I'm like, yeah, we're coming back. We're on 11th. And it's one of them days when people just usual stuff saying, are we coming back? Will you be back? Is it happening? Blah, blah, blah. But you've missed it, haven't you? You've missed not being on for 3
I have, yeah.
You'll miss it when it's not a week. So, but
I do.
Anyway. Right, first name. We said we're going to do this, so we're going to put this through the show. We're going to do bits and bobs, but I thought we'd get one out of the way. The first name we have in our Hall of Fame tonight. Now, the shoulder. Yeah, I'll explain about the shoulder later. Bloody thing. Right. The first name in our Hall of Fame. Well, very simply, I missed it. Yeah. Yeah, I've missed it. I did miss it a lot. But that's my own personal thing. It took this thing to realise what I was missing. But yeah, I missed it. Anyway, right, the British Wrestling Radio Hall of Fame, class of 2013. This person, very simply, has been wrestling for ages and ages. Was born in 1966 in Liverpool, and his debut was in 1984. And people first saw him on TV in a tag team with another wrestler that made a big name for himself called Steven Regal on World of Sport. Now, he went on to do better things, and he always tried to make it big. And he did make it to the WWE. And the last time anybody saw this guy, he was getting squashed by Umaga at the O2 Arena, I think, just after WrestleMania 23. And he got squashed by Umaga. And he just to me, this guy, he still does the schools, he still does the training. He might even get in the ring now and then. But our first name that we're putting in. The first name we're putting in the Hall of Fame for 2013 is Robbie Brookside. Robbie deserves it, and he's just an absolute cracker. But Robbie, congratulations. I hope you enjoy yourself, and I know you're not listening, but we decided to put in the Hall of Fame. Please don't anyone go on his page and tell him, because remember last time we said something about the Hall of Fame? While we was on the air, somebody said, a person in our chat room turned around and went, oh, congratulations on the Hall of Fame. We didn't even get a chance to say it to him. It was already done for us. So anyway, but no, that's the first name we've got in. We've got 6, and that's the one in. So Robbie Brookside's our first name in. There's going to be some people that deserve it. You people, I'm going to ring up and say, oh well, what about this person? What about this? And are we going to do it? But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, right. British Wrestling for 2013, Nixy. British Wrestling Radio has our get-together next Saturday at King's Cross Station on Saturday 19th, because I'm in Preston the night before, come back, hit the London, and where everybody can meet up, and we're going to have a laugh, because on the front, I've got a busy weekend next weekend, Nixy. Very busy. I don't know what you're up to, but I've got a busy one.
Saturday, I'm with you.
Yeah. No, I think we've got a nice little bunch coming on the Saturday, which is a change, and it's better than it's a lot more than what we had on the first one last year, when it was just me and Mudge. But Saturday's going to be good. Friday night, I'm going to Preston City Wrestling, meeting. Let me go through the list. Meeting Pipe Bomb, Callum, Mum and Dad, Wham Bam Body Slam, and Steve Flood, the promoter at the moment. So, and that's Friday night. Then go from Preston to London on the bus, 6.5 hour 6.5 hours journey, get to London, then it's the BWR get together, and then I'll go home, and then I've got to work next day. Knackered is not the word.
Yeah.
Megabus. Have you ever heard of Megabus? I mean, I've heard this bus is just literally, if Megabus have got Blakey from On the Buses as the driver, I'm going to get off that bus straight away, I swear. I've heard so many stories about this bus company that luxury is not a word associated with Megabus. So, it's going to be a long journey, but it was cheap, so I'm not going to love it. It was cheap enough to go, so there we go. £17 from London to Preston return. Can't go wrong with that. Anyway, let's have a look what's going off this weekend. What you've been up to? Ice? Oh, yes, we've got some little chats to go through, haven't we?
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Yes. Somewhere you'll get buried.
Yes, right. This week, we'll start with the WWE, and then we'll go back to the British, and then we're going to switch and change tonight because we've got bucket loads to get through. If anybody saw our page this week, and this is when me and Nixy are going to disagree on this, and this is the when everyone's going to go, wow, here we go. This is the first one of the year, and this is going to go mental. Right. This week, I'll let you talk it, because you're the one that put the post up, and I'll let you discuss it and everything. So, Nixy, it's over to you.
To be honest, I'm going to apologise because I didn't mean to get into an argument. I'm going to defend myself completely. I put a post up about the end of Raw, and I still think it was a rubbish ending, quite honestly. Not just because Punk got hit down by Rock, but just because it was crap. I thought it would have looked better if the Shield had come out and just beaten down Rock and left Punk in the corner, and then you still wouldn't.
Hello? Where you gone? Where you gone? Have you muted yourself? Nixy?
What?
What happened then? You went dead.
Did I? I don't know why.
I'll go and start.
And it did the cutout thing for a minute.
Yeah, I think you must have done something. Anyway.
I have standards. Right, so...
Yeah, Mick's good one. Anyway, so go on, carry on. I mean, you said the Shield needs to come out and stuff. And then we met this person in our... We'll say...
room.
We'll keep him... Name him nameless, because...
And then...
He turned out to be the biggest rock mock.
And then it just... I didn't start it, though. I really did not start it. Somebody else did, and I noticed it and decided to carry it on.
Right. But it's what you said, isn't it? It's that what got my goat. You said, and I quote, what was it? The Rock...
It's all right, I found it as well.
Go on, because I'm not looking at it at the moment, but no.
Somebody else stated that we moan that The Rock wrestles once a year, but nobody moans about Taker wrestling once a year. And I believe that they are two completely different topics. Undertaker is a completely different kettle of wrestler to compare to The Rock. They are incomparable in that sense, and it just seemed like absolute rubbish to me, and I got on my high horse a little bit, and I still know I'm right because I'm a woman.
So you're saying that what The Rock and Undertaker does is exactly the same?
No, I think they're totally different. The way I see it is that you've got someone like Undertaker who's been in there 20 plus years.
Right.
If he could still be going, he would, but his body just doesn't allow it. He does WrestleMania, and then 90% of the time he goes off and has more surgery so that he can come back. Whereas Rock just kind of come back and was automatically given the top spot. Now, when Taker's given a WrestleMania match, he never asks for the top spot. He just wants to be on the card. He doesn't care where he is. It's a completely different subject. All right, they both wrestle once a year. Taker can't help it because he's nearly 50. He's on the other side of nearly 50. Okay. It's an incomparable subject.
But look at it this way. Over the years, how many times has The Undertaker disappeared or died when he's at a Royal Rumble or a Survivor Series? You've had Kane bury him, not seen him for 6 months. He reappears at WrestleMania. He's done that at least 5, 6, 7 times throughout his career.
He carried on wrestling.
He didn't.
That. He did in 2004 when he come back after the burial in 2003. He returned to a schedule. He didn't just come back and perform.
But
he went back to a schedule.
Yeah, but that's surely the same as what The Rock's doing, because The Rock's back now. He's doing the Raws and the SmackDowns. He's doing the Royal Rumble. He's doing Elimination Chamber, and then he's doing WrestleMania. That's more matches than The Undertaker's done in the last 3 years.
Yeah, which he can't help.
It don't matter if you...
The only reason The Rock's coming back... Can I make another point that I actually made on that conversation? Before Rock came back to WWE, he made the Tooth Fairy. Since then, he's gone on to get better roles. Tooth Fairy is enough said in 2 words.
Hold on a sec. Right, before he came back last time, he made Furious. So he can't knock that. Plus, Gridiron Gang was a cracking film. And Walking Tall's an awesome film. But yeah, but Nixie's right. Get out of my face. Do me nothing. No. It's just, I mean...
Yeah.
Wait, listen here. Right. What are you saying about The Rock's got these new roles and everything? Fair enough. He started off with the Scorpion King, and then he did that film with Be Cool, was it? And he did Yeah, you've got to do the small roles. I mean, look at Tom Cruise. I mean, his first film, Risky Business. Hello. And
I can't forgive the Tooth Fairy. No matter what happens, I just cannot forgive the Tooth Fairy.
The Tooth Fairy. Have you seen the Tooth Fairy too?
Is he in that as well?
No, but don't. I had the misfortune of seeing the Tooth Fairy too, but I'm not going to see that again ever. The guy that does the voice for me. Anyway, I'm not talking about that. No, what we're saying is, with The Rock coming back, yeah, fair enough. But it's The Rock's back. He's back. He's doing some wrestling matches. He's done Raw. He's done SmackDown, and he's doing all the other bits and bobs in between WrestleMania. Then he's gone. Yeah, we know that. But WWE is going to have bigger trouble, because after WrestleMania, if what the rumors are true, Lesnar will have gone, Triple H will have gone again, right? You've got Rock's gone. That's 3. Brock Lesnar and all that. You got all these guys that's like disappearing and stuff. Who's going to come through? I mean, apart from John Cena, the usual one, and CM Punk, the people that's coming back, we know that Jericho's on his way back, don't we? I think he's...
Well, it's considerable.
Yeah. And we know for the fact that now Mick Foley's in the Hall of Fame, he's going to have a match at WrestleMania at some point. You can guarantee yourself that Mick Foley's going to be involved in WrestleMania at some point. My just hope is that Rock's come back and he's doing it good. I mean, he's great. The only thing that worries me is the size of the guy. He's huge. This guy is massive. And do you think he's going to take a drugs test in the next 2.5, 3 months? Do you really?
Oh, well, he did, didn't he? They did. When he did the Survivor Series match with him and Kay Quick and that, and they found one of them that had drugs in the system, but he's done one.
Yeah, but that was when... Survivor Series was over a year ago.
Yeah, but I'm saying he has done one since he's been back.
Yeah, but not back since this time. I mean, all I'm on about is now he's back this time. Is will he do it? Will he have a drugs test this stint, like between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania? Because look at the size of the guy.
Love it if he failed.
He's bigger now than he's ever been. It's just huge.
I'd love it if he failed.
Well, let's be right. If Randy Orton can fail 3 drugs tests and still be with the company, if Rey Mysterio can fail all these drugs tests and still be with the company, and all these people that get injured, we use the term injured between brackets, conveniently, then they go out of the way. You said it like, I mean, how many times has Cena? We don't know what Cena's like. How many times when he gets injured and he disappears, how many times have he done it? We don't know. Yeah, Mick Garvis just come a great thing in the chat room. Said WWE don't test for GH. If you have the money, you can pass any test. Very, very true. Very true, sir. Very, very true. But WWE has got to be seen whiter than white, haven't they?
Yeah. I still don't put down the idea that Cena's on roids, to be honest, because his arms are just too big. They're unnaturally big. I've never met anybody with arms like that. I don't even think Rob Terry in TNA has got certainly 4 arms like him, and he's massive.
What about Mason Ryan?
I don't even think he's got forearms like that. Not really. Mind you, we haven't seen him for a few months, have we? He's probably going to be released soon anyway. And then he'd be in Aces and Eights.
Oh, don't. We'll get onto that in a later point, though. Aces and Eights, dear me. But yeah, it's a thing. It's great to see him back. Don't get me wrong. The promo with Punk was awesome. I thought it was a cracking promo between them two. But we'll get into Raw.
Yeah.
Later, Spain.
To be perfectly honest, I don't care for The Rock that much. So, you know, for me, it's a bit of a whatever. But I'm not his greatest fan. I never ever was. I can't lie to anyone about it.
No.
My brother loved him, but I didn't.
Right. Anyway, right. We'll get into the events, what we're known for. Right. Upcoming shows in the British Isles. We have tomorrow. We have the Runcorn Wrestling Academy doing their Runcorn Revolution 2013 at their usual place, happening tomorrow at 1:30. Also, next week, Britannia Wrestling Promotions have their little shenanigans next week as well, and stuff. And let's have a look what we got in the month of January. Right, 12th of January. 4FW, New Year's Wrestling. 4FW is a new promotion we've not talked about before, featuring Prince Devitt and Owen Phoenix versus Benham Ali and Zack Sabre Jr., The Hierarchy versus 4FW, Jack Dynamo versus Bubblegum in the first of his Open Challenge Series. This is at the Grange Drive Community Centre in Swindon, the United Kingdom. That's that one there, and hope everybody has a good time at 4FW. Right, Revolution Pro Wrestling. Runcorn Wrestling Alliance is at the Grangeway Community Centre in Runcorn. £3 on the door. Doors open at 1:30. Bell time is at 1:45. Then next week, we have Preston City Wrestling, more bang for your buck. I'm going, so that's going to be easy. And we've also got Britannia Wrestling are doing their show at the Pennaford Royal British Legion. That's happening at 7:30. And they're in Pennaford, in Pennaford Community. The Pennaford Royal British Legion show, which is happening next Friday at 7:30. So you've got two shows next Friday as well. Then on 19th, we have BWR Get Together in King's Cross Station in London at 2:30. We also have on the 26th of January, SWE, a new era uprising up in Scotland. Also, Leicester City Wrestling have their Rumble. The SWE, Scottish Wrestling Entertainment, have it at the Ardale Complex in Dundee. And Leicester Championship Wrestling have theirs at the Brockington College in Leicester. They have their Rumble, which has got Rob Maltman going there. They've got Harvey Dale promised to go on there. Have you heard about this? Have you heard about this feud between Rob and Harvey Dale?
No, I haven't. Enemy of the page.
He's not an enemy of the page. Right, now it started between Harvey and Rob. And very simply, Harvey's took offence to something that Rob has said, and vice versa. And Rob's the announcer at London at Leicester City Wrestling, Championship Wrestling. Sorry, he's going to be all there, and Harvey says he's going to be there to cause some trouble. So the House of Pain are going to be represented at this Leicester Championship Wrestling, but it was going to be happening. It's going to be happening next week. This new thing between Harvey and the Rob is going to kick on even more, and that is at the Brockington College in Leicester. Then on the 27th, we have Future Shock 64 at the Stockport Guildhall, Stockport. Dave Raines there, and it starts at 5:30. So that's the Stockport Guildhall, Stockport. So you're all going there. Then we get into February, and we got on the February the 2nd, we got Elite British Wrestling presents their first event of the year at their usual place in the Sheffield Library Theatre in Sheffield. And also Pro Wrestling Eve have their little first one of the year at Lava Ignite in Preston, at the Preston Inn. And there's loads of people that we know are going to that one as well. And then on the 3rd of February, we've got FPW, Future Pro Wrestling, do a Reloaded 2, and they're doing that at 2 o'clock. And also 2:30 at the Future Zone, Wallington Public Hall, Stafford Road, SM6 9AQ. Also, Great British Wrestling presents Carnage 7 at the Tins Hall and Cookridge Club in Featherstone. So that's what we've got for over the next few weeks happening in the British Isles. Hello, is that you, Nixy gone? Where's Nixy gone? Is she there? Come on, Nixy, where are you? Call dropped. Right, get Nixy back in here. Right, I can't believe that's just happened. I can't believe Nixy's just disappeared. But we'll get there. And it's well, Nixy, you there?
Yeah.
I ain't got a clue what happened there, love. I really haven't. Right, okay. We're getting back. Anyway, them's the shows for the next few weeks that we've got. And we're going to be everything. The plans over the next few weeks is going to take shape and everything. And so, Revolution. Yes, well, I've just done why is it everybody's never satisfied? I do all these weeks in head, right? I've done up to a month. I've got a month ahead. But no, never good enough. It's always one person that says, yeah, but you haven't done this one, which is the following week. What the heck? Gee, what's going on? Yeah, okay. Revolution Pro Wrestling by our Revolution Pro Wrestling correspondent says they're on February the 10th, Nixy. Just so they know.
Yeah.
I don't know. What can we do? Anyway, oh God, Ben, it's half an hour gone by now. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
We've been half an hour.
Have you seen the chat, by the way? The releases were started.
The releases, who's gone?
Trent Barretta.
Oh, right.
Not that that's a massive surprise, but it's just the start.
Right, well,
Linda's not running anymore. Right, releases.
Yep, get them going. Well, I can't say out because my hometown has just announced that they're closing down a stadium that's only been up 20 years. They're knocking down a stadium that was only been done 20 years. So that's not very good.
No. Well, they're knocking outside all our garages out here. They're selling our garages off. We're having, right, we've got garages out the back of our house. They've decided to build a bungalow there, glaring onto all our back gardens. Right. Very clever, Havering Council. Right. Anyway.
Anyway. No, TNS Attitude. That's a cracking name. I like that one. Now, welcome to the chat room as well. 18 people. This is great tonight. It's nice to know everybody.
We were going to have no one.
I know. I thought we were going to have no one. I thought because of Rock's on SmackDown, I thought, oh, no, we're not going to have anyone. Right. Anyway, now, number two name for our Hall of Fame. This is going to be, we've got our first female entry into the Hall of Fame. Right. This is it's so you have a YouTube channel, great stuff. Plug it away. That's what we're here for. If you've got a YouTube channel, guys, plug it away so everybody knows about it. Got my permission. Nobody's going to spam you. Nobody's going to kick you out. If you've got a YouTube channel, go straight ahead and plug it away. If you've got links, put them in the chat room. We're not one of these people that'll boot you out. So you go right ahead, mate. That's great. 1,000 subscribers. That's more than what we've got by about 954. But I think. And now we're going to start our things going on. Right. Now, back to the Hall of Fame. One for Nixy, female member.
Hey.
This British grappler has been strapping on her boots for over 30 years and still occasionally steps into the ring. She was raised in Stoke-on-Trent in England. She first got into wrestling at the age of 15 when she attended shows in Lancashire. On one occasion, she got wrestler's blood on her white dress. She confronted the promoter who offered her the chance to join the wrestlers at the gym and join in if she liked it. She went along and she later debuted as Big Bertha before changing her name. She worked the most of her career as a heel. She's fondly remembered by William Regal, who mentioned her during a recent episode of FCW Wrestling during a triple match threat between Raquel Diaz, Audrey Marie and Paige, pointing out that the former Brittany Knight had received training from her. This lady deserves every accolade in the book. She was on the TV show just on a few weeks ago on BBC4 talking about British wrestling at its heyday. Ladies and gentlemen, for the class of 2013, the next person going in there is Klondike Kate. We're putting Klondike Kate in because we think she deserves it. For everything she does in the British wrestling scene, I think Klondike Kate deserves an absolute deserve, an honour, just to let everybody know who she is. And Klondike, I think, congratulations, girl. Lady, miss, whatever she wants to be. She's a big girl. She's a big girl. Yeah, and stuff. But anyway, that's 2 names we've got in and stuff. So we've got 4 more to go, and then we've done for the night. Now, we did a little bit of the WWE. Right. Now, today was a very sad day for the world of WWE Universe, because if you didn't notice, Nixy, today was the very last episode of Z True Long Island Story. Did you see it? He's done 100, and he was and he decided to kill it off. So today's show, the number 100, was the last one. So now, what do you think Zack Ryder's future is going to hold for him now in the WWE? We know he's not happy because
Released.
You really think so?
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. He's had his 5 minutes of fame, and I think that's just it. I think he can't really go any further. I can't see him as a top champion. He's never going to be that.
The thing is,
he's on his way out.
I think maybe. Do you think he might ever go to? Do you think he might go to TNA or something? I know everybody says, "Oh, he might do this, might do that." Or do you think he might just go somewhere else? I think it'd be better if he just worked the Indies. Can you imagine if he came over here? If he did,
he would be very good over here.
Yeah, but if he did it like a one-off, I mean, Preston this year, they've got the Steiner brothers and they've got Goldust for their show this year, and next week they've got the Young Bucks, and they've got in February, I think it's Super Crazy, and they've got some other imports and everything. I mean, and also in Huntingdon, where I'm going this year, in Huntingdon, we've got Kevin Steen, the Ring of Honor World Champion, and we've got all these guys coming over. So I think if he did a tour like he did, like Davey Richards did one last year, I think Zack Ryder would do it. I mean, the merchandise selling, they go through the roof. I mean, everybody would buy a Zack Ryder t-shirt or a Broski wig by a mile. So I think it'd be viable for him, but you're right. I think we won't see Zack Ryder in the WWE much longer again. So I think we'd agree on that one for once. Hey, well, look us two, we're agreeing. Wow.
Makes a change.
It makes a change. Yep. Yeah. Oh, for those who don't know, Nixy and my wife are like 2 peas in a pod. I really believe this now. It's crazy, this is really, really, really weird and freaky. It's freaking me out. Ooh, Ryder's an ace, and Ace is an ace member. Why not? Yeah, if they let him go. Yeah. Talking of TNA, I did a podcast last week, which I belong to a community. Well, we both belong to it now, don't we?
Yes.
The Ultimate Wrestling Community on Facebook, which was invited by Gavin Knotts, who's in our chat room, and others. And that was one of these things that we got invited to, and he said, "Do you want to join in?" And I said, "Yeah, fair enough." And last week we did a podcast, and we got on the podcast and we're talking about TNA and the gut check when they come over here. That the Alpha Female's doing one in Nottingham at the end of this month, right? Now, this is what we're on about, and it's with the thing that did me with the Alpha Female is we all came up with the role that she'd be perfect for in TNA. Sit back, see what you think. The Alpha Female passes the gut check. She's got to. It's the easiest thing in the world. She's phenomenal, right? Put Alpha Female as the bodyguard to Austin Aries.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, because then you've got the greatest male that ever lived with the greatest female that's ever lived, the Alpha Female, as his bodyguard. And I think it'd be great. But, oh, hello, he's talking, hello. Yeah.
No, I'm not.
But I think that'd be a cracking idea. I mean, it came up, we all said in the chat room on the podcast, so I'm not taking full credit for it. But what an idea for the Alpha Female to become the female bodyguard for somebody like Austin Aries. I think it'd be a great idea to see that in TNA this year.
What, a Triple H in China type thing?
Yeah, something like that, but evolve from it. I mean, we all know that Triple H in China was like the mid-90s and the late 90s and stuff. So it'd be nice to see what they could do, but to have alpha female as that and as B of this person, and then have somebody like, say, Awesome Kong come back into TNA, and like, if you never know, Beth Phoenix might end up there. That would be a great one. Then you've got the knockout division of all knockout divisions. Did you see they released 2 knockouts yesterday? Did you see the TNA releases yesterday?
I know Sarita went.
Yeah, Visita
Oh,
went.
that doesn't surprise me.
And the Pope.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah,
that was Sunday or so, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yes. It's just, I think TNA just starting there. Well, they've never been used. I mean, somebody says, oh, but I think, what was it? Somebody on a page that says, yeah, but Visita's a loss. If she hasn't been used since last year's lockdown, that's no loss. But Neil's just said a point. Kong said she would not go to TNA again. But let's be right, Nixy, how many times have we heard a wrestler say he would never go back?
I wouldn't do it.
I would go back to a company if you pay. If they pay enough money, you'll go back.
They'll go back.
How many times did the Ultimate Warrior say? How many times did Vince McMahon say he will never employ the Ultimate Warrior again? How many times did Hulk Hogan say he will never go back to the WWF? Oh, dear me. It's stupid. Chris Daniels said he'd never go back to TNA and all this and stuff, but you just can't believe it now. Talking of which, TNA, what in all that's blue holy are they doing with bleeding Brooke Hogan and this?
What happened with it? Have you seen this week?
Yeah, I've seen bits of it. Don't spoil it for others because it's Monday.
Right. No, I haven't.
Anyway, it's just getting really, really, really boring now. I mean, come on. It's bad enough when we had AJ and bloody John Cena, for Christ's sake. Bleed, no, this is worse. This is worse. This is the worst thing I've ever thinking, Mike, but who knows? Anyway, talking of TNA, we've got to talk about it. TNA Boot Camp. We have to talk about this. Yeah. We've got to talk about it. What's your impressions?
I actually really enjoyed it, but I did feel like they made Spud look like an alky.
Spud.
That was my only kind of complaint.
Oh, Rockstar Spud's great, isn't he? Who do you want to win? Or don't
I don't really know at the minute. I don't want to cast judgment yet. I don't know. I don't want to cast judgment on him yet.
Yeah. I think the way it's going is I don't care who gets in, as long as they do it right for that person or persons. Because if the Blossoms get it, I don't want them to destroy what they've got over here. If whoever goes in, whether it be Marty, Rockstar, or the Blossom Twins, whoever goes in, they've had more publicity now than anybody's ever done it before. Let's get them in. Now, the problem is now they've already started talking about the next, if there's going to be another TNA boot camp at the end of this year, who would you put in it? And that's even worse because you've got all these guys that's doing it and everything. And it really, really is. It's building up. And if you was going to do the tag teams, or you're going to take 5 tag teams over there, or 4 tag teams, all these guys over there, you got Nathan Cruz, TNS Attitude just put it in. But at the end of the day, it's how Dixie's going to use this. If they use Rockstar Spud right, Rockstar Spud can be the best thing that ever's happened in TNA for it. Same as Marty, same as the Blossom Twins. But who knows how they're going to work it. But the show, one criticism, and I think me and Nixie agrees on this, it's not bleeding long enough.
It is a little bit short. Was there only one episode this week?
Yeah, episode 3. It was repeated tonight, apparently. But it's like people like Winters in our chat room. 6 months ago, he never heard of Rockstar Spud. He never heard of Marty Skrull or the Blossom Twins. Now we've got somebody in Canada who's actually asking me every week can he give me a link for the show so he can watch the British boot camp. This is the guy that's in a country that's other side of the world, and he's wanting to watch the British scene. So if he's watching it, who else is watching it as well? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy to think that now. I mean, we've got American people actually saying, "Hey, let's go and look at Britain." So many years British wrestling's been in the doldrums, and now all of a sudden now the cream is rising to the top, and it's getting there, and people are noticing. They're noticing people like El Ligero. They're noticing Chris Travis. They're noticing Martin Kirby, Styx, Nathan Cruz, the Blackpool Blondes, the Bangori Knights, the London Riots, all these other guys. Noam Dar. If Noam Dar does not make it to TNA within 2-3 years, I will stand hanging. Because the gap with the matches that guy had over the last 12 months, he's phenomenal. Also, well, WrestleMania 29 trip, wicked, awesome. And we've got all these things going on. Oh, and we've got to give special mention to someone who decided. Now, do you remember the young lad that had the accident last year in his first match, Matthew Ward? Well, over Christmas, Matthew's been soul searching and been wanting to do some things, and he decided that he's going to put wrestling on the back burner. He's found another career to go, and he's going to do that. So, Matthew, on behalf of all those guys here, good luck, mate, in whatever you do, wherever you go. You'll always have a spot with us, mate, and we'll always keep a cushion of a mouse free for you when you want to listen to us. But Matthew, I hope you really do get successful in your next venture, mate. I really, really do, and stuff. So, no, I mean, he had a rough time, and I thought long and hard about it. I know he did because he was chatting to me on Facebook about it, and I wish him every success what he got for 2013. I really do, as I wish everybody. I've got no bad feelings to nobody this year. I will not have no bad feelings to anyone at all. If you've got bad feelings to me, fine, fair enough. And we'll get to the Dean Ambrose and Raw and everything in a moment, TNS. We'll get to that in a bit. We've got ages, mate. Don't worry about it. And so I think this year is a year that it's not a case of like we push forward and we see what's happening. I mean, there's loads of shows out there now. I know, and everybody does a great job. And just hope that we can put ourselves. And I know Nixy. I know I'm speaking for Nixy here, but I hope that sometime they can talk about British Wrestling Radio in the same breath as Inside Ropes, Wham Bam Body Slam, and SL Single Leg Takedown Wrestling, the Pipe Bomb, all these other shows and everything that's going on. I know I've missed some out. The Total Wrestling Show, Ministry of Slam. We've got all these shows that's going off over here now, and we've got new ones coming on. Wrestling Radio Ireland started. So in this, when they get up and going and sort out their problems, then they'll be flying as well. So we've got everybody's flying, everybody's doing well, and it's great to see. We got Preston Pro Wrestling Ulster that's still going over there in Belfast, and I hope they're going to have a great year for 2013. They were great to us in the early days and stuff, and so we've been having. Oh God, what's happening? Oh. Right, he's still the community. Oh, Nixy again. Nixy again. What's happening with Nixy? I don't know. But anyway, we it's like we say, 2013 is going up and up and up and up. That's all we want. That's really what we want to do. Thanks to everybody that's chatted to us on Facebook over the last so many years. Nixy, you there? What's happening? Hello, Nixy. No, she's still not there. Anyway, she'll join us when she decides to. Anyway, we'll get on with those things. Oh, God, people are messaging me. What? I'm not as nervous as me. Anyway, now, British Wrestling Radio, as we said, we've been, we're trying to get everything else. Aha, this is it. Big announcement now. Big announcement. Now. Oh, I won't. Are you right? I haven't. Nixy.
Yeah, it's a miracle.
45 minutes. I'm not going to swear. I'm going to go through the whole show and not swearing. I'm going to try. But I told Nixy this earlier on, and we're very excited with this, aren't we? With what I told you about what's for February.
Yeah.
Right. Over Christmas and New Year, we've had we had some messages from a certain person, and the guy's name, and you don't know his guy's name is Evan Ginsberg. Now, I've looked at this and I thought, oh, what's that? Who's this? Now, if anybody's seen a film called The Wrestler, and I'm sure people have seen that film called The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke. If you look at associate producer on the credits, you see his name, Evan Ginsberg. Now, this guy's been chatting to me over the last week, and he's coming over here in February to go to a seminar that's happening in Liverpool. And I've got to promote that, actually, because I've got to say, I said I would promote that for him. But Evan said, it's right, here we go. Now, sorry I'm messing up, guys. My computer's not playing. I've got an old computer here. On the 18th of February, they've got a thing called It's Bigger Than Just a Movie, bringing the critically acclaimed Teresa Serraro Alive Again screening show to your theatre. Including this package can be modified to your needs and budget, screening of the movie, question and answer session with Teresa, the producer Evan Ginsberg, and the director himself, electric live and live performance by Teresa and her band, meet and greet with the star and crew, also available as a package. Pro wrestling legend Larry the Genius Poffo appears in the film, and stuff. That is happening in London, and that's going to be happening in Liverpool on the 18th of thing. For more information, go to www.aliveagainmovie.com. Now, Evan has said that just a thank you for me telling him all about the shows that's coming up in February and stuff. And he's one of these shows with the wrestling and stuff. He's agreed to come on our show in February. So, as a scoop, we are going to get on our show in February the associate producer of The Wrestler, where one of the questions I'm going to ask him, Nixy, is, did Hulk Hogan really get offered the role of the wrestler in the film? Because that was the latest lie that Hulk Hogan was saying. Do you remember?
Vaguely.
Hulk Hogan was saying that he got offered the role of Mickey Rourke, and we're going to ask him all this. So he's going to come on here that night. So we're gonna do everything like we do as normal. If you're going to ask a question, put it in our chat room, get it over and done with, and then we'll ask him all the questions out of, and I think it'll be a great night. And we're just going to sort out all the bits and Q's and T's and everything what he's going about, but it will be a great night. And our chat room's going mental tonight. It really is. It's nice to see so many people in there. But it's nice to see everyone as usual. And so, anyway, Nixie, what's been happening with your internet? You're disappearing all the time again.
Yeah, I think it's me.
Yeah. Mick Foley's inducted into the Hall of Fame. Who do you think will induct him?
I don't actually know. Rock could. Edge could.
Terry Funk. I said Terry Funk.
Terry Funk, that's another one. The Undertaker. It would be amazing if The Undertaker did it, but I can't see it.
Nah, I think Terry Funk would be better. No disrespect to all the other guys, but I think Terry Funk, because I think Terry Funk's been there throughout his career, and he made his career for him and stuff. So I think he should be the one. That's everything, and he should be the one to induct Mick into the Hall of Fame, just like Terry Funk should be. Also, want to say congratulations to the Total Wrestling shows. They've done 100 episodes, and they did it this week. And congratulations to all the guys up at the Total Wrestling show. And Inside Ropes had a great show this week with the interviews with the Blossom Twins and stuff. But there's all these people that induct and everything. Now, who do you think will go in the Hall of Fame this year? The WWE. Have you heard any names?
No, none mentioned. I know the Funks are in anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, Funks are in. Yeah.
I don't know, unless they're just going to go for a complete and utter attitude class. So that could be someone like Rock.
I've heard the name of, and this is Yeah, TNS, good call. Good call. But he hates Vince so much. I've heard calls. So you're going to get the same old names every year, aren't you? Owen Hart will never go in because his widow's not going to allow him for WWE to say anything with his name, right?
Which is stupid, but we're not going to go into that.
We're going to go into that. Right. You'll never get Chris Benoit in.
No.
No.
Never.
Never. I've heard I've heard the name Kevin Nash being put in this year. I've heard Kevin Nash's name being mentioned. Costing me. Oh, he's meeting Warrior. Wicked. You're making someone in the chat room really, really jealous now, and me. Dusty Rhodes is in. Yep. I think I would love it. I mean, now we've got. This is the thing. Now Dynamite Kid has decided to do this appearance in Manchester. Do you think there's going to be some point where he'll say, yes, let's put the British Bulldogs in the Hall of Fame?
He doesn't like him, though, does he?
But this is the thing. He's just had a photograph taken with his daughter, with Davey Boy's daughter. I think
maybe it's time to
he's doing.
bury it.
I think Bulldog. I think we know the Bulldogs deserve it. We know Davey Boy Smith deserves it on his own. But I think it'd be nice because the Dynamite Kid, for what he did to wrestling, like his style of wrestling, I think with the style that's Dynamite Kid, because of the style of wrestling he brought to it, there's so many people that say Dynamite Kid influenced my style of wrestling. It'd be nice to put Dynamite in the Hall of Fame, and he's in ours. He's in ours straight away. I put both of them in anyway. Do you know how many people still believe that I have not put the British Bulldog in our Hall of Fame? He was in our Hall of Fame in the very first week of our shows. I can't believe it. There's still people going, oh yeah, but William Regal, put William Regal in. He went in last year. I know people don't look at it, but how hard is it to look at the albums and everything like that? So, and stuff. But yeah, people that's got to go in. Oh, I've heard talk about. There's just so many people names. To be honest, truth, I just want to see who goes in. There's the names that everybody would like to go in. I mean, Macho, Warrior. You got them, but I think Gilbert will go in the Hall of Fame before Vince puts Macho Man or the Warrior in it. And that's my feeling. There's rumors.
Macho Man should have gone in years ago.
Definitely, we all know this, but he'll never go. For some reason, it'll not happen. But hey ho, I think there's something going on that said he wants the family to put in, like they want Macho's dad and his brother in as well as Macho in, so they put the Poffo family in together as one to be able to do it on as a group in the thing. But I thought ECW was based in Philadelphia. They just went to the Hammerstein Ballroom. I thought ECW was based out of Philadelphia, not New York, because New York's WWE. But I might be wrong. Who knows? Anyway, talking of which, Hall of Fame time. Number 3. Are you ready, Miss Newman?
Yes.
Right. Your interest as much as me, but even though I told you earlier on. Right, the next name is this person. Hold on a minute, someone in my house. No. I thought someone in my house. I want to knock him out. This person, can you believe, he had one moment in wrestling that had over 20 million people watch on a Saturday afternoon. Saw this guy in the ring. 20 million people watched him in the ring for one day. He's known for having a digit missing off the top of his finger. He's got the top of his index finger missing. He's been known to hypnotize people in the ring. He's been known to be one of the few people that actually beat Big Daddy on TV. And all the stuff that happened in the 60s. wherever he went, he had this mystical thing about him. He still does the thing today. He's still got the mystical thing about him. There's no one to touch him. Cannot believe that over 20 million people watch this guy get unmasked on the World of Sport. Look for it on YouTube. You'll see it. It's an absolute... This guy deserves another one that deserves all the accolades. Kendo Nagasaki. Because to get over 20 million to watch you be unmasked, I think Vince would be happy with 10 million people if he could get people to watching his show for 10 million. All the people in Britain on that day watched Kendo Nagasaki become unmarked. What are you doing?
Sorry.
What are you doing in the background?
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Well, you cut out again. You there still?
No, I am, yeah.
All right. But I think Kendo Nagasaki is another one of these choices. I mean, have you heard of Kendo Nagasaki, Nixy?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. So if you watched it on TV, and I mean, I was about 9 when this guy got unmasked, and he had deep red eyes. He had a tattoo on the top of his head, and it was just one of these things that it was just mystical. The fact that he just decided to take his mask off, and everybody saw what he looked like. The whole place was buzzing, and everybody knew it was live on TV. And to have nearly 20 million people watch you do that, wow, just amazing to see it. If anybody puts the link up in the chat room, just go on YouTube, type in Kendo Nagasaki unmasked. Amazing guy and everything. All right, we got that. That's another one out of the way. So we've done Kendo Nagasaki, Klondike Kate, and Robbie Brookside. That's number 3. We've got 3 to go. And then we're finished. But I'm not blowing. I'm not blowing. Yeah, completely bold as far as Tony tell. CM Punk, yes, or whatever. Right, now, TNA Genesis is this Sunday, all the way from the most dead place in the world of professional wrestling. Even everybody knows that this place is just dead on its feet. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that all you're saying tonight? Yeah.
No, I've got other things to say.
All right, well, go on then, say them.
Hello.
Oh, great. It's going to be one of them nights, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's like we're doing a show. It's like trying to do a show when I did a show with Ross a few weeks ago. Yeah. So,
I've said other things.
No, I know you have. Don't worry about it. You're all right. Come on, it's first of the year. We should be buzzing. For fuck's sake, woman. Fucking buzzing. You know what I mean? There you go. Swore. Can't do me now. There we go. I swore. Ha 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 ha. Ace is in. There we go. We've got loads of people in now. It's great. But there you go. I lasted nearly 1 hour without swearing. 1 hour without swearing. Can you believe it? Anyway. Right, let's have a look. TNA. Right, let's have a look at this on the internet. Genesis. Lineup. Let's have a look what we got. Right. Now, 8 bouts is happening in Genesis. So we're just going to go through each of them at a time. God, Bennett, my computer's slow tonight. What's going on? There's a lot of people's internet that's slow this week. We had Ryan's internet on Tuesday night with WZR Radio. There you go, first curse of 13. Right, Team Genesis, all the way from the Dead Zone in Florida. We have Jeff Hardy versus Bobby Roode versus Austin Aries. Match of the night? Do we think?
Possibly. I think they're all going to work really well together.
Yeah. Prediction for the winner?
How long's Jeff got left on his contract?
A month. It's March. It's February, March.
He might keep it for another month then.
Yeah. Underneath that, we've got the Icon Sting versus Doc, a.k.a. Luke Gallows. Any dig?
Be interesting. See, I haven't seen Sting's return on TNA yet. Has he come back in like normal Sting, or is he still Joker?
No. Oh. We've got somebody begging to come on in a bit. So, we've also got Christopher Daniels versus James Storm. Daniels is on fire, isn't he?
He is, considering the fact that, as you said earlier, you said he was never going to go back.
Yeah. Did you see the impersonation that Kazarian did of AJ Styles?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
That was awesome. That was one of the videos. Well, I don't know what you're thinking, but are you out your freaking mind? That had to be one of the best impersonations since Jay Lethal did play by a mile.
Oh, God, that was amazing, that. I used to love watching Jay Lethal do that.
Yeah, but Kazarian to do AJ Styles was awesome. I would love that one. He was like, well, I'm going to tell you something.
Do you know the funny thing, though? Jay Lethal could do exactly the same gimmick in WWE now.
Jay Lethal's coming over here. He's coming over here in, I think it's April. He's doing Speed King for Southside Wrestling. So they've got Jay Lethal. So
but isn't he contracted to WWE?
No, he's he's in the Ring of Honor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
I'm getting him confused with Consequences Creed.
Yeah, Xavier Woods, you mean?
Yeah.
Right. Also, we have Joseph Park versus Devon for the TV title, by the looks of it.
Abyss.
Yeah, it's Abyss. Yeah, we all know it's Abyss. Everybody's like that. Please, I mean, Joseph Park, it's a nice gimmick. It's keeping Abyss on the TV, but needs to end soon. I think Devon will win that. This is the title change for me. I believe titles are going to change for this match. Chavo and Hernandez versus the Matt Morgan and the Big Organ. Got to be. I love that name. Joey Ryan's get himself. The Matt Morgan and the Big Organ. Love that name. Love it to bits. I think Joey Ryan put the belts on them and see what they can do. Yeah, well, it's going to be... it's just, everybody can stay in the chat room. No, chill out. Everybody's having a good time, hopefully. But anyway, we also got that. We've also got Christian York versus Kenny King. Ooh, that could be the match of the night because these guys can go. They can really, really go at this moment. I'm seeing good things with that. And this is for the #1 contendership for the X Division title. And then Rob Van Dam is going to take on the winner. That might be a title change as well because RVD's contract's coming up as well, isn't it? He's around the same time as Hardy. So we've got that one.
I won't miss RVD.
I don't think I will either. And then the last one we've got on this card is Gail Kim versus ODB versus Miss Tessmacher versus Mickey James versus Velvet Sky for the #1 contendership for the Knockouts title. Velvet Sky to win that one because I think she looks phenomenal in a catsuit. By a mile. There's no one better than Velvet Sky in a catsuit. Yeah, but Morgan and the Organ. It's a perfect name for them. But that's the card we've got. I think. Did you see the tag match for the women's last week?
No, you asked me that earlier. I haven't got up to that.
Oh, what?
I need to because I remember your exact status
match. Oh my God! I think there's a few of us in the chat. But I think there's a few on Facebook that night that said it. It was like Gavin and Winters and the usual people that on the Facebook at 3:00 in the morning. And I call us the midnight piss break. You're kidding. It weren't a piss break match. It was an awesome match, that tag match. It was bleeding. Shuck it up. Dear, here we go. Look at that. TNS attitude. Shucky ducky quack quack. It's better than let the pigeons loose. What is it with these awful bloody sayings that bloody they've got saying? I mean, I'd rather have the shucky ducky quack quack than... But Shucky Ducky Quack Quack's WWE, because that's what Booker T used to say, doesn't he? He used to say the Shucky Ducky Quack Quack. Do
you know what one of my favourite, my most hated TNA sayings is?
Go on.
And you might be shocked at it. I hate the phrase charismatic enigma. I really hate it.
I hate Creatures of the Night.
No, I love that.
I don't.
I just hate... Why?
There's one person that has Creatures of the Night. There is one wrestler that has Creatures of the Night, and it's not Jeff Hardy. It's The Undertaker, because he used to have Creatures of the Night in the 90s. And, yeah, no one had Creatures of the Night before him and everything. And, by the way, in his argument between The Rock and Undertaker, you can say what you want about The Rock. You can tell him about anything in his life. But at least The Rock never faced himself at a bloody pay-per-view. Undertaker versus Undertaker.
Kane versus Kane.
Oh, that was worse of the worst. Come on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was Luke Gallows though.
Yeah. Oh dear me, you're getting crazy. But yeah, I think when we've been on about The Rock and stuff, you're just one of them things. But we'll see.
I'm still right.
We'll see.
Still right.
Yeah, still right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you know what a cookie puss is?
It's the most ridiculous phrase ever. And I've just listened to Wrestling Jesus write a list about how bad it is anyway, which I agreed with him.
Right. Cookie puss is an ice cream in America, I've heard. So that's another. It's a 1970s or 1980s, I think. I think it was. It's a 1970s, 80s ice cream in America. So.
I found it.
At the moment, no, I haven't, TNS Attitude. I haven't seen his indie work. I do apologise for not seeing it. I should have done it. It's just that I've only got a certain amount of hours in the day. I apologise for not doing it. I am going to check it out. I promise. I've got loads to check out. And he is on one of my to-do lists for this year to look at his indie work before. Same as Seth Rollins, same as the other guy, Roman Reigns, is it? Roman
Reigns, Seth Rollins.
Yeah. Just to do that, I just wanted to do and everything, but don't have a go at me because I'm only one per, and as I've only got a certain amount of hours in the day I can do things. I would love to do the wrestling for 24/7. Love to do it as much as everything, but I just want I want to push the British side of things first. Then I'll do the American side of things as well, and that's what we do. We do a mixture on there. If you've not listened to us before, what me and Nixy tried to do is we try and push the British scene as best as we could. Hence the name British Wrestling Radio. But I just try and find that we're trying to find that balance between what people want to know about the British scene as well as saying what they know about the WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor. And I know Ring of Honor's got a great show coming up. I saw Davey Richards last year. I thought it was an absolutely amazing match with Styx. The match on everything. I'm Jan. No, it's great to see you. It's great to see you in here. It's great to see everybody in the chat room. I can't believe we've got nearly 20 people in that chat room for the first show of the year. It really is. And on the night that Rock is on SmackDown as well.
It just shows no one gives a shit about The Rock, doesn't
it? Oh, shush with you. Do you... you know, next week, it's going to be... I'm going to meet everybody with the people's eyebrow. Do you know what? I am going to do the people's eyebrow for everybody. Because
don't do it.
Do it. I can do it better than anyone.
I've told you what happened to my brother when he did the people's eyebrow, haven't I?
He's...
Have I told you about that?
About what? Sorry?
My brother, when he did the people's eyebrow, I told you about that.
Go on, tell me.
Well, he did it when he was about 12 years old and he got a twitch from doing it. And you could literally see him in the corner of the living room. The eyebrow would just be going up. My mum took him to the doctors. So don't encourage the people's eyebrow on yourself. Because you will get a twitch and I'll sit there and laugh at you all next week.
To be honest, Chove, I mean, I've said it before and I know people in the chat room say it. When I used to work at this holiday centre in Britain, and I used to do all the wrestling sayings and everything to the kids, and I used to do everything. I'm saying, so what your name is? And I went, it doesn't matter what your name is. And I used to shout at these kids. It's
well, you couldn't do that now.
And I'd love to do it now. I think the best one I ever did was I was in a restaurant with an ex-girlfriend of mine called Amanda. There you go, Amanda. You've got famous. An ex-girlfriend of mine, and we was in a restaurant. It was a birthday. It was having a nice meal, and something inside of me just said, "You've got to do it. You have to do it." And I thought, "No, I can't. Yep, I've got to do it. I've got to do it. I've got this evil inside of me." And she's looking at me. She's having a nice meal. Everything was great, and she was having this great time. And I said to her, and. And I just said to him, so what do you think to the night then? And she said, well, I thought, and I went, it doesn't matter what you think, at the top of my voice in this whole restaurant. And she just glared at me and went, what? And I went, and who are you? Some Rudy Poo candy ass? And she just looked at me and she went, you're doing the fucking Rock, aren't you? And she swore and she did mental at me. And I went, okay, yeah, fair enough. She says, you do one more Rock or anything wrestling, say anything wrestling things, and I will finish with you. So I thought about it, and then all the way out went out the door. I tapped her on the shoulder and went, "Oh, you didn't know? Did your ass better call somebody in sign language?" So she couldn't have a go at me. So, so, so there we go. Take care. But it was a case of that. But she did forgive me. I did buy her loads of flowers the next day and everything. But yeah, she did forgive me. But I've always had wrestling inside of me. Do all these catchphrases and everything. But anyway. It's just me being stupid and crazy, and everybody thinks, "Oh yeah, that's funny." But nah. No, it weren't the last date because I said to marry me. But I'm gonna get kicked. I'll get kicked next week. Anyway, next name. We've got 3 more names to put in our Hall of Fame, and then we've done. Next name we've got to put in. This is a personal of mine. I always said if I ever did a wrestling show, this guy would go in. As far as I'm concerned, this guy is the best wrestler that Britain ever produced by a mile. He was doing the sharpshooter move before Brett did it. This guy invented the sharpshooter for me. He called it the power lock. He came from Oldham. He won everything in the book. His bouts against Rollerball Rocco, Dynamite Kid, Fit Finlay. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. He is an absolute icon of the British wrestling scene. There is no one, and I mean no one, pound for pound, better than this guy in the British Isles. He was a god. An absolute god of the things. I used to idolize, watch his match every single week. I still watch him on YouTube. I still watch him every time I can get to see it. I think this guy is one of the best of the best. Nobody could beat him. Like I said, his matches, if anybody should put teaching these people to wrestle, it's this guy. This guy deserves it. He should have been in the first year. He should have been in last year, but he didn't. I didn't put him in, and I don't know why, and it hurts. I'm putting him in now. The next inductee into the British Wrestling Hall of Fame, class of 2013, is Mr. Marty Jones. Exact by a mile. I worship the ground this guy walks on, I really do. It's me being a mark. It's me being a fan. It's the fan inside of me again. But there is no one, and I mean no one, that can touch this guy by a mile. All right? That's number 4. And everyone's like going, who the fucking hell's Marty Jones? Nixy's going, who the fucking hell's Marty Jones?
Probably a few years out of my birth, isn't he?
I think so. I think he's in his 60s now, Marty, and he made me a friend on Facebook, but he took me off it a few weeks later because I think he. Oh. No, it wasn't that. It was because I was messaging him every day, saying how much of a legend he is, and I think he got bored. I think you know when you don't realize, but at the time it was like this guy is my hero and one of my heroes of the 70s. And so I just did it, but but there we go. But Marty's in, and we've got 2 more names, and we're going to do them in a bit and stuff. If you aren't listening to us now and you've listened to us on YouTube, we are going to be putting this up on YouTube. As soon as I finish, I'll get it all sorted, and then we're going to get going, and we're flying. Anyway, right. News. What we got in news? You got any news from America this week? Well, we've got to talk about it. The TLC match, CM Punk and Ryback with another running by the Shield. What's your opinion on the Shield? Because we haven't talked about them for ages. I think. What's your opinion on the Shield at the moment? Do you like them? Do you think it's gonna? Do you think they're gonna go on and on, or what?
The Shield.
Yeah.
Hang on a sec. Sorry.
Oh, don't worry. No, it's all right. I think the Shield and myself, I mean, they've got it. I mean, everybody hates them. They've got everybody. The mission accomplished. I think everybody's getting a bit. To me, they're just like the NWO with all the run-ins and everything. I mean, I like their move with the triple power bomb, but they need to do it on somebody else apart from Ryback. I think Ryback, he's my tip to be in the final 4 at the Royal Rumble, but he won't win it. Hello, is she gone again? No? But
Sorry, carry on.
oh no, but yeah. I'm sorry, Gavin. We're just talking to mate. We'll get you on. We'll get you on now. If not tonight, it'll definitely be next week or week after. There's no show next week. I'll explain the why in a bit. But in fact, let's add him. Right. Let's get him in here now. He's in his 60s. Good night, Glenn. Take care, mate. Oh yeah, best wishes to Glenn and his family this week, especially to his dad and stuff and stuff. Mr. Gavin, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad.
For those who don't know, Gavin is also a member of the Ultimate Wrestling community. Yeah. So, how's your feelings on the wrestling scene at this moment, fella?
I find the show very, very good. It's very intriguing to listen to all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, you like me. You do the British scene, don't you? You go to wherever there's a wrestling show. You go your best of your ability. You go to, don't you?
Oh yeah. I prefer investing my sort of money towards the British wrestling scene more than this manufactured stuff that we watch in America.
Oh, right. Oh, have we seen that? Breaking news. Ted DiBiase, the general manager of Scottish Wrestling Entertainment, will be at the PCW Spring Slam. Ah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's... no, I think... I mean, if you took British wrestling now, and you took it from a couple of years ago, I think the 1PW fiasco set everybody back. But now I think we've been one of them where you take one step back and we've gone 5 steps forward.
Yeah, I actually agree there, but you had to mention 1PW while I'm on the go.
Sorry, mate, I couldn't resist it. But that's the incident that everybody goes to. I think when I talk about it in America, everybody goes at that incident with Shawn Michaels and the thing with the 1PW fiasco. And they always say, oh, yeah, Britain, yeah, that's the 1PW fiasco with Shawn Michaels. And that's all they talk about. And you're like, well, there's more to British wrestling than that. And they say, well, like, what? And the point of British Wrestling Radio is if we can get people to know who Rockstar Spud is, Marty Skrull, Chris Travis, Martin Kirby, all these others, then we've done his job. And that's the job that we wanted. That's what the job I've always set out to do. To go to the shows and also meet a load of people, including yourself, it's been an absolute pleasure to do it. Huntingdon will always live in my memory for me and you for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah, we can't discuss that on here, can we?
Rockstar Spudwicker. The Rockstar Spud incident. I mean, people in the chat room know what I was like with and Nixy knows what I was like when I met Rockstar Spud. But to sat chatting to one of the guys that's going into TNA wrestling and all he wanted to know was illegal wrestling streams was going to live for me for a long time. And when he stood on the rope and he nearly hit his head on the ceiling, I'm like, okay. And Rockstar Spud's not the biggest guy in the world, is he? But
fucking hell, the Christmas tree was bigger than him.
Yeah, there was a lot of people bigger than him.
True.
But for those, I mean, if you don't know about what we did, I mean, I said to you last week, and I said I wasn't sure if I saw it, but we can say it now. We saw the Canadian Destroyer move. Rockstar Spud did Petey Williams' finishing move, didn't he, at Huntingdon on Robbie X?
Yeah, it was one of those blink of the eye. Did we just witness that?
Did we just see that? We wasn't just saying, hold on a minute. As soon as I saw it, I just went, oh my God, that's the Canadian Destroyer move. And everybody was around me going, what? And I went, didn't you see it? I said, he's just done the Petey Williams finisher. He's just done Petey Williams' finisher. And that's the only time I've seen somebody do it apart from Petey Williams.
Yeah, it's with Spud. He's got more moves than you realise. Apparently, with this British boot camp, with the dark match that he has with Marty Skrull, no future spoilers, but he's bringing his A game.
Yeah, I think they bring out the best in each other. I think this feud that they've had going between YouTube and other places, it's nearly been going on for a year now. And they've played it best of their abilities. They really have. They've gone really, really up and said, this is the way we want it to go. And they've got every promotion fighting for them, haven't they? I think the only promotion I'm not seeing it yet happen at is Southside. I think everybody else has had Marty Skrull versus Spud at their promotion. and they've got it at Revolution Pro on the 10th of February with Team Spud versus Team Skull. And I'm going to apologise to that because of Ross, because I said for weeks that it was going to be like a Survivor Series type match, and obviously now it's not. It's a one-on-one. So I apologise to Ross because he got it right and I got it wrong. So I apologise, Ross. I'm sorry, but it is one of the moments. But I'm going to buy the DVD of that Huntington show just so I can show people and say, look, this happened. I think Paul London. Oh yeah, Paul London. What do you think of him coming over to the UK?
That's interesting. He is an interesting character. I haven't seen him since WWE. I think he was tag teaming with Brian Kendrick or whoever his tag team partner
Kendrick's
was back
over as well. Kendrick's over in a few weeks at Preston, isn't he? He's over there as well. So we've got possibly the worst ever tag team champions in the WWE over here at one time.
It's just mental to say when people say, "Oh yeah, British wrestling, I want to invest in that." End of the day, where all wrestlers start off like Wade Barrett, Sheamus, or whoever has always been on the indie scene first off.
Yeah,
it just baffles me the amount of people that don't actually follow the indie scene.
Yeah, I mean, we can get. I think there's people. I mean, there's Danny there in Sheffield. They do some great shows up in Sheffield. Everywhere you go now, there's more and more places that's doing the shows. And if what we can do is just promote them, then we've done this job. I think if somebody wants what's going on? What?
I think I've just seen some breaking news from Ben from Southside. He's got Ted DiBiase coming.
Nice. Well, just said that's PCW as well. So. Yeah. Don't do that on the show. This is a serious show here, Gav. Please do not do that. Come on.
Sorry, my bad.
Yes, if you're going to do that, warn me, okay? Just warn me. Yeah, but I think everybody knows. Everybody knows that Sheamus and Drew Barrett, Drew McIntyre and Wade Barrett or Stu Sanders as it was called, all started in a school gym down in Irish with wrestling. Because and Madman Manson was one of the force. He was the other one in the tag team matches with all three of them. So 3 of them went to WWE. Another one became one of the biggest names in British wrestling history. So not did too bad. I think Madman Manson's a cracker. Worse than Airboom. Oh, don't get me started. Don't you dare start me on.
Love them.
Fucking hate that team.
You love them.
Shut up. I fucking hate Airboom. Oh, dear God. I hate them more than a red phone box.
Where did I see another one of those?
If you say King's Cross Station, I'm going to knock you out.
No, somewhere else.
No, I've seen them all the time. I just look at it. That's my job. But anyway, get back to the wrestling. Do the blue things. It's just winding me up again. I mean, when we look at the British scene now, yes, we're going to have some bad apples. We always will have bad apples. We'll have bad companies that always try and run shows. It's like I said to you, that one with the kid with the bleeding poster, and he put 4 posts up and put some bed mattresses around it, tied it up with some string, and said that John Cena was coming. And, yeah, right. So you're always going to get some bad apples and some people that think they can do wrestling companies and wrestling shows. And fair play to them. They can go, and if they can make a success of it, fine. But it needs to be done right. It needs to be done. We've seen what happens when you put wrestlers in a situation where they've not had enough experience and bad things happen. We always will see that. And that's the way it goes, Gav, isn't it? I mean, surely you know something. I mean, you've seen it all the time. You see bad things happen all the time at wrestling events, and you're like, what are they doing in the wrestling ring? Surely.
Oh yeah. But I've only seen like the UK best. I've not seen like majority of the people that I've not discovered yet, which is a bonus.
Yeah. Well, listen, mate. Thanks for ringing. Thanks for ringing. Oh, it's not ringing in. It's Skype, isn't it?
Via satellite.
Yeah, via satellite. Via Nottingham. We've got to get on and finish the show, and then we're going to go because we've literally got so much more to pack in before 1 o'clock. So me and Nixy are going to finish up. But thanks very much for being on part. And you've got an open invitation, mate. Same as anybody. If you want to come on, give us a ring. 01223 911 822. That's the phone number. You want to ring and tell us why. If we've got our pictures our picks wrong for the Hall of Fame, who should you have put in the Hall of Fame? We've not finished yet, but you let us know. But Gavin, plug away your channels, mate. This is
No worries.
You plug away your YouTube and everything you've got. Just go right ahead. This is for you.
Okay, then basically I'm part of obviously the Ultimate Wrestling community on Facebook, as well as Gavin Knox on YouTube. Basically, I do discussions and so on. Plus, I've got full support backing by Dino about my diary that I'm putting together through TNA through Nottingham. So I hope anyone out there does actually check it out once I've actually uploaded it, because I'm taking a lot of time and effort towards this.
Yeah, excellent. So there you go. Follow us all on Facebook, Ultimate Wrestling Community. It's a great bunch of people that got YouTube channels and everything, and nothing gets past these guys, and I mean nothing. And woe betide if you have pissed somebody off. Okay, mate. Thanks very much.
No worries.
Speak again soon, mate. Take care.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye. That was Gavin Fletcher, and it was Gavin Knotts. So I will definitely watch your diary when it comes out, total non-stop. I promise, definitely. So Nixy, is your little catty all right now?
Yeah, we just thought she might have a furball, but she's all right.
Oh, poor love. Not really bad. You don't. Right. Anyway, now, the time is now 12:30. Can you believe it? We're 12:30.
Gone quick.
Really has flown tonight. It's crazy. We've still got 2 names to go. We've got 2 names left and everything, but we'll get that. TNA announced this week that they are cutting back on the pay-per-views. And they're only having 4 pay-per-views. Genesis, Slammiversary, Bound for Glory, and one more that escapes me. And I forgot what it is. Is it Lockdown? No, it's not. It
is Lockdown.
It's Lockdown. So we've got
Genesis, Lockdown, Slammiversary, Bound for Glory, I think.
And that's it. So we're going back to like the old days of WWF when it had the Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. Yeah. So it distinct, and I just think the thing that everyone's going to slate TNA, but I'll give them the juice for having the balls to change the system, to change the way that people are doing it. They're doing these one-off specials. I mean, they're having an X Division special. They're having a Hardcore Justice special. The World Cup of X, the World X Cup again. They're bringing that back. Doing all these one-off specials. I think you've got to applaud them for changing the way they're going to be. And Temp Barrett, yep. So we've heard
about that.
Yeah, we got that about 20 minutes ago, but I think with TNA now, you've got to applaud for what they've done to change the way they look at things. I mean, the way that was going is, have you seen how much it is in America to pay for Bound for Glory? I saw it this week.
Was it $60 or something like that?
$60 to pay for Bound for Glory. And we complain when we have to watch WrestleMania and we pay 15 quid. I mean, as if, because me and Nixy always pay for our wrestling pay-per-view.
Of course we do.
We never, ever, ever do anything. We always pay for our pay-per-views.
Nothing untoward.
Nothing untoward. You never catch us watching anything on the internet. Never.
No.
Never.
No way.
Never will. Why should we? It's great stuff on the TV. Nice big TV. Why would we want to watch it on a television, on a little laptop screen? I think it's like we said, but it'd be interesting to see where they're going to go with it. I mean, they've done the releases now. Everybody's starting with the releases, and we all know what's going to happen. But it's going to be interesting over the next few months where TNA is going to go. Because if they can get back to telling the stories, we're going to have now a feud that lasts us for 3 or 4 months instead of just 2 weeks, which I think is going to be great. As long as they do it right. But you know what this means now, don't you? Nix, you know what this means now? You've got 4 pay-per-views. That's it. With the Aces and Eights this year. So if
it's built up the right way, that could potentially be all right.
I think it's going to go Bound for Glory. I really believe they'll go all the way through to Bound for Glory with Aces and Eights. I really believe it. Oh, excuse me. But fair play to TNA. They really took on a thing and stuff. But and then you get WWE and you get Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor now they're just starting to streamline, and they've done different things. What they've got planned for 2013. Sheldon Benjamin has been asked for his release. He's on his way back to WWE. There's rumours that MVP's on his way back. All these mid-carders are going back to...
Mafia.
Yeah, they're going back. And there's a lot more indie workers now that are getting noticed by the WWE. And it seems as though now they've seen what CM Punk and Bryan Danielson have come from with the Ring of Honor. That they're going now, they're seeing David Richards and Kevin Steen. And El Grenico was just signed for the WWE as well. You've got all these other guys. They're doing the tag teams and everything. It's where Seth Rollins, Chris Cassius, and Chris Hero, and all these other games. It is getting to a stage where I think WWE has had to look at Ring of Honor and go, hey, do you know these guys can go? These guys can really, really, really wrestle. I think we've got to have a look at these. And they're doing it right. I mean, NXT. I mean, Big E Langston. Big E Langston on the mic this week, Nix.
Looking terrible.
I have the mic now. And, yeah.
So, AJ Lee is amazing, basically, next to him.
Oh, shush. Did you notice on Raw? Now, I don't know if this happened in the USA, but over here, we had no commentary for the first 30 minutes of Raw. There was
I did notice it, actually.
There was no commentary. There was no Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler. There was nothing. We heard John Cena call all his spots in his match with Ziggler. We heard him call all the way through. It was it was stupid because you hear him going whip round. And like what the heck? But there we go. Though I think for a lot of people, I think somebody might have lost his job for that one. But give them dues. We found out that WWE are not going to cut back on Raw for the time being. 3 hours is going to stay at least WrestleMania and afterwards. So they must be happy with the product, even though the ratings are falling faster than bloody... I've never seen anybody fall. But it's just... I think 3 hours of Raw is really too much now. Well, it was crazy. It was crazy just to listen to it. First 10 minutes were longer than that because they did that and everything. It just, like a Jenga game. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, we've got two more names. And I think these two people will recognise. Somebody in our chat room earlier on tonight did this guy's name. This person retired this year after being involved with wrestling for many, many, many years. He's affectionately loved by everybody within wrestling, and I had the pleasure of seeing him this year at Huntingdon. And it's nice to see him wrestle against MK McKinnon. It was, and he wrestled Jeff Jarrett when TNA came over here a couple of years ago for a tryout when TNA was in Glasgow. So this guy's Scottish, so we've had to put a Scot in. We had to put a Scot in tonight just for Neil and everybody up in Scotland. One of the icons of the Scottish wrestling. He's got his own promotion up there called PPW. He's in charge of them. He's one of these guys that will always have time for everybody who wants to talk to him. A real nice guy, a real gentleman for the sport. He said it. Everything. McGuinness is already in. This is, everybody's going McGuinness. Look at the bleeding people. Look at the bleeding album. I don't know if people are doing it. I don't know. But the next name we've got going in our Hall of Fame, and I told Nixy she was over the moon with this one, but Adrian McCallum, better known as Lionheart. He's in our Hall of Fame. and we've got one more name, and that's it. Oh, you're definitely TNS, definitely TNA, but actually, you've got a more than welcome, definitely. Lionheart deserves it for what he's done with the British scene, and everybody got to realise who Lionheart was when he took on Jeff Jarrett that night in Glasgow. An absolute pearl of a gentleman. And we've got one more left, and we'll do that in a few minutes. We'll get it. Nixy.
Hello.
All right. We've got no show next week, haven't we? We've got no. Reason being,
you're too busy.
well, yeah, I'm a bit busy. I'm on
a bit, yeah, just a little bit.
Well, I'm on a bus journey. I'm going to see PCW at 6 o'clock, and I don't know what time we're going to finish, and I don't know what time and everything, because I'm going to be in company of the Pipe Bomb, Wham Bam Body Slam, Steve Flood, and others. I don't know what time it is. My bus back is at 8 the following morning. So if I miss that, I've had it. I've had it in Preston. I can't get back. So I've got to... I've literally got to go to Preston and everything. So, but it's a thing. This is the thing with the Hall of Fame. Everybody's saying it like it's just sitting there. Not a favourite of mine, but hey ho, this is it. I'm gonna get stick for this Hall of Fame. I always do. Last year was mental because I put Ryan Clark and Matt Boone in the social media Hall of Fame. Oh my God! How could you do that? Why have you put them two in it? It was shocking that I put two guys who were in the Hall of Fame who I hold in a great esteem. Oh, without them, British Wrestling Radio won't be on the air because I didn't get the idea from. But oh my God, because I mentioned them in the Hall of Fame, dear my God, Sunday can't do it. Nixie's working and I'm on a night shift. It's not going to happen next week. But can we tell them what we're doing that next following weekend?
No, leave it. We said we wouldn't say anything.
All right. Well, we're going to mention what we're doing it on the 25th. The next show we've got is in 2 weeks on the 25th of January. Okay? And we've got a special surprise for you that night. Yep. It's an opinion. Everybody's got them. Definitely. I hope everybody's had a great night tonight. I've had a blinder. How have you been? All right? Nice to be back.
It's very, very nice to be back.
Yeah, you wondered what you were doing on Friday nights, didn't you? Well, I've got nothing to do.
Yeah, it's quite lonely. I was just trying to think the other day, what would I be doing Friday nights or Sunday nights if I didn't do this?
Yeah, you can't think of it now, can you? Right, I've got a funny story. This is a funny story for people. If anybody listens, I mentioned Ryan and Matt. Hello, we're gone again. Is Matt and Nixie gone again with me? No. Well, Nixie, you there? No. But anyway, as long as you guys can hear him. There we go. She's gone again. We had this thing on Tuesday night with WZR. Now, me and Winters in the chat room, we decided to make, because it was Christmas and New Year's Day, we thought, we've got beers, we'll do this game. And we did this drinking game for the WZR drinking game. And it nearly killed us. And then this week, the presenters got word of our rules. Because the rules were simply, if you mentioned the word .com, if they mentioned the man's private parts, if they talked about the NFL, the UFC, or there was one more, which, you hear Ryan Clark's lighter sound. They were the rules. Now, the problem is, Ryan decided after 5 minutes to tell everybody that he was listening to WZR online at .com, and then next minute it was .com, and it was going bang, 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 bang. And it was great. We're going to do the Rumble show in 2 weeks. We're going to do the full Rumble show in 2 weeks for the suggestions. You can do them in the chat room, mate. Do what you want. It's your chat room. That's your chat room. Do whatever you want. And we got hammered on Tuesday night. It was mental. I've been hammered 2 nights and 2 Tuesdays in a row. I ain't been steaming in years. I'm like 43 years old and I'm nearly 44. I'm 44 in 4 months. And I'm like, whoa, what the fucking hell happened here? And I was gone. Anyway. And also next week, I'm going to Preston. And then on the Saturday is the day of all days. 2:30 in London, in King's Cross Station, will be the first time ever that Dean Mitchell meets Nixy Newman. Ever.
Ever.
And we've got some other people that's coming as well. So we're going to have photos, talk and everything. Everybody's going, can we have photos with you? You can see it coming, can't you? You can see it coming. We're going to have, I think that's one day me and you was going to have more photographs took than anything. Do you know?
Yeah.
Feel like rock stars. We're going to feel like rock stars. It's going to be wicked. It's going to be an amazing day. There's going to be quite a few people that's going. Hi, if you want to come, be at King's Cross Station, 2:30. We're going to find a place where, I don't know exactly, platform 9.5, whatever we call it, I don't know. Where is that? Platform 9 3/4, is that it? Nixy? Well,
yeah, King's Cross, where there is a platform 9 3/4 shop, which I will be going into.
Right, well, we'll all meet. There you go. That's the meeting point. Platform 9 3/4. There you go.
Never thought you'd say that.
No, well, it's the only place I know. I'm not a great amount of times I've been to London. Count it on one hand. That's me. But it's gonna be a great day. I will, if there's enough people there. You never know. I might buy everybody a drink. See what happens. But don't expect to be made the money. And then off to Hogwarts. Bollocks! I'm gonna bleed in Hogwarts. Bullshit! Am I gonna friggin'? I hate Harry Bleeding Potter. I don't like him one friggin' bit. Right, now, to finish off, the last name for our Hall of Fame. What can you say about this guy? Legend. Still wrestles today. He's still wrestling today. He's been on World of Sport. You name it, he's been there. He is one of the icons of the British wrestling things. There's no one. I had the pleasure of seeing this guy wrestle Rockstar Spud in 2011. He's a member of a tag team called The Mob with his partner Keith. What can you say? This guy is British wrestling. There is no one in this world that could come close to him. I nearly said his name then. He's an absolute gentleman. Always has time for people that want to talk to him. Never turns away a fan. Never turns away an autograph. He's an absolute gentleman and a star, and he deserves every accolade in the book. And he was the first name I thought of when I was doing this year. There was nobody else that was going in. It was when we said about this Hall of Fame. I said everybody, the first name going in is Keith Myatt. There was nobody else coming close. A real guy. This guy wrestles at PCW. He wrestles everywhere. Whenever there's a wrestling match, this guy goes. He always does it. And a real nice guy. And a real proper person. So, there we have it. 2013, the class of 2013 Hall of Fame for British Wrestling Radio is Robbie Brookside, Klondike Kate, Kendo Nagasaki, Marty Jones, and I forgot what the one, Keith Myatt, and Lionheart. Them's the 6 names that's been inducted into our Hall of Fame. I hope everybody has enjoyed our little jaunt through time and space and everything like that. I make no apologies for the pre-show music. You can piss off. If I want to play the Crazy Frog, I will play the Crazy Frog. If I want to play Cheeky Girls, I will play the Cheeky Girls. But then I make no apologies for 80s hair metal or even playing Jamie and the Magic Torch. I do not apologize for that either. But there you go. Anyway, next time I speak to you, Nixy, we'll be on a platform in King's Cross Station.
I know.
Scary.
I know.
I am not bleeding beauty school dropout. Bullshit.
Beauty school dropout.
No, 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 no.
No graduation day for you.
Bye bye, Nixy. No, dodgy music's hilarious. Oh, well, yeah. What's happening with your sign? Oh, she's gone again. I don't believe it. We'll get her back one last time before she starts. There we go. And then when we finish it off. Nixie, come back to us. Come back to what you knew. But thanks for everybody that's in the chat room tonight. And I hate Skype. Well, give me a sec. Right, here we go. Right, it's in our chat room tonight. We've had Asa, thank you. Winters, what else can I do without you? Brendy, good luck with your show, mate. CM Punk Fans UK, as always. Danny, good luck with the show. Gavin, nice to see you in here. The two guests, thank you very much for coming in and joining us. To the JT30, good luck, mate, with a pipe bomb. Hope you have great interviews in the next few weeks. To Mel, thank you very much for joining in. Neil, thank you very much as well. Hello, Beauty School Dropout. That's what you get for singing Beauty School Dropout, you see. You get bloody disconnected. Even Skype does not bloody want bleeding Beauty School Dropout. Shut up. And right, SWE Online, nice to see you again. The It Factor, Ross, thank you. And Warrior One, what can I say? Thanks very much to every single person. I still can't believe that people want to listen to me talk about British wrestling on a Friday night, and everybody everything about it, and everybody loves everything about it. I am at the Holiday Inn. I'm stopping at the Holiday Inn, the hotel, because it's next to the Preston City Wrestling. It's next to the Preston bus station. So that's what I've got at the moment. But that's me next week, and Preston. So we'll be ending. Hey, no problems, mate. No worries. Everybody's late. Kirsch was in here. All the guys and everything as usual. It's always nice to see everybody cracking. Can't believe we got the turnout tonight's been great. It really has. Now the best bit is I'm gonna have to format this and put it on YouTube. What is that? Oh God, don't bother. I'm gonna cut you off. Oh, get me up. No. Serious show here. Serious. Come on. And there goes no burps and farts because we've got headsets on, so you can't hear me fart. There we go.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, Nixie, have you got anything to finish off with before I cut you off and sack you when you never heard of again?
Oh, I'll see you next week then.
Yeah. You'll be over there. I'll see you next week.
No, other than that, I'm still right about The Undertaker.
Bullshit. In your dreams. Never be right in a million years. No chance. The Rocking
I
Undertaker.
will. I'm so right about The Undertaker. I was right about AJ Lee. I'm right about The Undertaker, so don't start.
Right about AJ. Come on. What was you right about AJ?
That she's fantastic.
In your dreams, whatever. Oh, I told Winter and I've told you. Guess who I've made on WWE 13?
I hope it ain't me.
You better believe it.
Shit.
You come out. This is absolutely true. And if anybody wants me to load it up, no, because I'll be dead by this person. I created Nixie Newman on WWE 13. I had to. I've created Rob Maltman. I had to create you. Come on.
I want to see me on WWE 13. I want you to email me a picture.
I will show you. I'll get the video of your entrance, so I can do all entrance, and I'll do it. And so we go. So that'll be go for next week. So you'll be able to see it. Nixie Newman from WWE 13.
Jesus.
That much you are in the game.
Well, it won't be THQ anymore, will it? So I can't say that anymore.
No, that's not. Anyway, thanks to everybody that's listening, whether it be in our chat room, Justin, wherever it is you've been, and wherever it is you are. Thank you very much for taking the time out to listen to us. It's amazing as usual. See you all next week at the get together. If not, we'll see you again in 2 weeks' time. And we hope everybody has a great time in the next 2 weeks. Don't forget to support British Wrestling. Go and see it. Listen to Rob. Listen to the Inside the Ropes guys. Listen to everybody everybody does your things. And hope you have a great, great 2 weeks. And I'll see everybody at Preston. If you're up in Preston next week, I'll see you. And I'll see everybody else. Okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Night, Nixy. Take care.
Good night. Bye-bye.